Hello, welcome back to Funtime Crafts 24/7. This is another Let's Make video. And what we're diving into today is we are going to make this cute little cookie box. It's absolutely adorable. And we are also going to make a embellishment that doubles as a second gift. It's a magnetic picture frame that is a shaker. How fun is that, right? Isn't that fun? Look. Right? Isn't that so cute? Oh my goodness. And it attaches to your refrigerator. It magnetizes to the front of the box. It is super cute and fun and really simple. So the dies that we're going to use are these are from Anna Griffin's Create 10 Fall 2025 class, or her event. They're not available privately right now. So these dies would only be if you took the event. However, I do have a cookie box tutorial that came out a few videos before this one that if you didn't do create and get these dies, you can make your own cookie box that doesn't take any dies, and then you can also do this little project as well. And you can have fun with it too. And you don't have to have any dies to make that cookie box. And I also did a video for a holder, and these boxes go in that holder, as well as the ones that don't need dies fit in that holder as well. So there we go there. So this is the die set from Create, and we are going to use so many things out of it. Man, my adhesive strips, binding strips are sticking to everything. I got to get rid of these little fellas. They're like trying to glue themselves to my little brochure. So that's actually what we're going to do. We're going to use these dies and we're going to create this box and that fun little magnetic picture frame that goes on the front of it. And the paper collection we're using is we're going to use Anna Griffin's Christmas Kit collection. And look at, we're going to make a little Christmas cookie box with Santies on it. We're going to put a window in it so you can see the stripes. And then on the back, we'll have the attached magnetic photo frame, which I thought would be super fun. But first, hold on, I want to show you right before this video I did the slider box one, and we created this fun matchbox greeting card holder together. We made this one together, like, right? Isn't that so cute? But in the video I was telling you that I had made a mistake, and so I ended up with an extra drawer. I ended up with this extra drawer because I cut the outside panels to it wrong. I scored them on the wrong side, created them all wrong. And so instead of this paper here, I made the wrapper out of this one. I recut the pages and made the wrapper out of this one, and went ahead and did this box up. And I'm actually going to gift this one. And I made 3 greeting cards. So this box holds perfectly 3 5x7 greeting cards with envelopes in their sleeves. And so aren't these just beautiful? These are Anna Griffin Christmas card toppers. It came in a whole set, I think Christmas wishes or something. It was a refill kit. And I just made my own card bases, so that way they're decorated front and back, and but single. I made sure to keep these really flat, so there's only one layer of dimension. The card topper is on one level of dimension. This top layer is glued all the way down, and there's only 2 layers glued totally flat on the inside. And so that way the person that if you wanted to gift them, it's easier for them to mail. They don't have to worry about postage. They can sign their name, put a message on it, and send them off, and they won't have to worry about it. But this box holds 3 of these perfectly. Look at that. Plenty of room. No problem getting. You could probably even maybe get a 4th one in there. I didn't want to, overstuff it, overburden the box, so that way it closed nice and easy. And this drawer, I put a little brad pull handle on it, and I'll show you what that looks like. So these are just little brads. You get them on Amazon. See, you put it through the hole and you push the little prongs down, and it creates a little pull ring. Isn't that fun? Right? That is pretty cool. And so yeah, pop this in here, made a little drawer, and I'm gonna do this as a hostess gift. And I thought that would be super, super fun. But like, didn't that come out so cute? Made some rosettes for the front of it. Popped one of those Christmas card toppers on there. Used some of the Crop at Home 5 frame dies and some of the embellishments out of that Christmas Wishes where these card toppers came from. And then this paper is out of the Anna Griffin's Christmas Anthology paper in, right? And because it's a gift, you can just doll it all up. So I was pretty excited about that. And so, yeah, I'll show you what this one looks like. This one that we made here. It's the same thing. Holds them just perfectly. And yeah. Oh, and then I was going to show you too. See the difference between doing the dark line there and then I tried to fix it there. That's what I was talking about originally was it had that whitish. I tried to fix it as you can kind of maybe see, but it didn't really work that well. However, let me show you what these look like before I start running away. There you go, right? That looks pretty good, right? And then slides down in our little box we made. Isn't that so cute? I think that just turned out super adorable. And that's what it looks like when you have the window in as well. And I think I actually like these better without the window as a greeting card gift box holder. So, yeah, I think I like this style better. And it's just so you can't see it. Although this is kind of fun. You see that there's something inside the box. That's pretty cool. Maybe if it went along with the theme on the outside would be a little better. Although it still matches. It's pretty cool. But yeah, pretty neat, right? I don't know. I haven't decided. I might gift her this one because I really love that little nutcracker and these poinsettias are so pretty. I haven't decided which one I'm going to do because this is so cute. I love this little guy. But anyhow, so that's those. And so if you didn't see this tutorial is out right before this one. And the fun thing is these actually stand on the table and serve dual purpose as a decoration as well. Right? How cute are these? And look at this one. What? Yeah, so if you haven't checked those videos out, you could go do that here. But watch it after this one. If you want to. If you want to. I just wanted to share that with you. The one that I hadn't shown. Yeah, the one I hadn't shown on camera yet. So you could kind of see how it all was. Sometimes it's hard to see it in pictures on Facebook. So I thought, I would like to share that with you. So, okay, so here, let's get started. All this rambling. Okay, so get your paper trimmer out. You need 2 pieces of 12 by 12 paper, but actually you're going to cut it down so it fits on your large cutting mats. You need it to accommodate this giant cookie box die right here. I'm just going to ad-lib here. And actually, I'm going to cut them both out at the same time. Isn't that Santa Claus so cute? He is adorable. Yeah, you just have to make sure you get it all on the paper. So I'm just going to trim that there. Pop these to the side. We can use those for something else. And, actually, we can use those for our... do I want to do this one? Actually, yeah, this will be for our little picture frame. Okay, so let's get these. So one of them, we're going to do a frame... or a window in. We're going to do a window in. So let's do that first so we don't forget. And I don't have the shim in. It's just a magnetic mat and the plates. The top and the bottom plates. So we're going to do one at a time. And I'm going to put that on there like that. But I'm going to put the window in the... side with the handle, and I'm only going to do one side. So I think I'm going to use this little scalloped one, and we'll center it up in this one. Oh, I don't think we can. We'll just center it up like so. And I think that'll be just fine. Okay, and then I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine, and I'll be right back. Actually, I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine, and then I'm going to run this one through with just the big die, no window, and I'll be right back. Okay, we got our 2 pieces. So now what you want to do is you want to fold on all the score lines. We'll go ahead and just look at. That's why I wanted to use this paper. Isn't that going to be so fun? How fun is you're gonna open it, or you're gonna be able to look at the box, and that's the pattern you're gonna see, and the Santas are on the outside. How cute is that? So stinking fun. Okay, and then this one here. And then we got this one, yep, and then we just need this guy. And you don't have to crease these lines very hard either. You don't have to use all your muscles on them. You can just fold them, lightly press them, because you only need them to all be in like a 90 anyways. And then your handle too. And then this is going to be like this. And then you're going to see that stripe in there. Isn't that going to be so cute? And then let's see, let's do this one. And this one doesn't have the window in it, which where the handle's at is where is the side where our magnetic picture frame is across from the frame die. Fold the handle. So fold this one. We already did that, I think. Do this one. Yeah, you don't have to put a very prominent crease in these at all. Just enough to get them to go in a 90-degree angle. And then, oh my heavens, this is adorable. Right? Isn't that so cute? That is so cute. Look at all those Sandies. That is adorable. Okay, fold it all back flat. Put score tape on these 2 tabs here. And that way we can put our little box together. And it's going to be fabulous. Just on that little tab there and on this little tab here. I'm going to use score tape and also glue. Well, here, let's do this one first. So we're going to do this one like that. We're going to apply glue to it on the top because that'll give a shimmy if we have to make an adjustment. Make sure the adhesive is all the way on top of the tab. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to line this edge up with this score line. And then I'm going to line from here to there. And making sure it's all nice and even. And I think that looks pretty. I'm just going to lightly press. And then I'm just going to fold it over. Oh, see, I only lightly pressed. Only lightly pressed. Only lightly pressed. There. So we can make sure that it's all nice and happy. And once we're happy with that, then what we're going to do is unfold it. And then burnish the heck out of that. Burnish the dickens out of it. Whoopsie. Oops. I'm getting glue schmutzies everywhere. Okay, make sure our little Sandy's happy back there. And then you're going to flip this over. You're going to fold this last panel over like this. Oh, actually, you're going to go like this. You're going to fold this one over. And then you're going to take the backer tape off this and put some glue on this guy, on this tab here. Then you're going to fold this one over and you're going to line up this edge with that score line there on the edge of the tab. And then this box middle is going to line up with this box middle, top and bottom. Like so. And then this one is just going to live where it is. So just burnish it really good. Making sure that this tab, these are stuck together. And there we go. And oh my good night. Oh my goodness. Look at how cute that is. So these little guys fold down like this. This folds over like this. And this one folds over to create the top. Isn't that adorable? And then look, you can see the stripes. Okay, and then these two fold in. And then these two fold in. And look at how adorable that is. Isn't that so cute? That is so cute. And look at that. Inside, I love the fact that there's stripes in there. That is adorable. Okay, so now we need to adhere the box bottom together, right? Oh, we forgot to put our... Oh, man. I forgot to put the window in. I need a piece of acetate. We can fix this, don't worry. So let's grab a piece of acetate that I believe should be 3.5 by 3.5. Hold on. 3... Let's do 3.25 by 3.25 to make it easy on ourselves, I'd say. Nope, can't do it. Where's 3 1/4 go? No, let's do 3.5 by 3.5 by. Actually, yeah, let's just do 3.5 by 3.5. Let's just try that. Hang on, let me get a here. Oh, hey, do I have one? What? I might have one. Oh no, it's a little too big. Let me cut it down. Okay, so 3.5 by 3.5. Wait for it. By 3.5. Boom! Look at that panel. Right? Oh yeah, that's gonna fit in there just beautifully. Oh, is it? Oh, did I party foul that one again? Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry. We'll get it. I'm just gonna use 1/8 inch score tape. It should have been a little bigger. It should have been a little taller than 3.5. It should have been 3 3/4 the other way. But on the very outside edge of my square, I'm gonna put 1/8 inch score tape, and everything will come out in the wash. It'll be fine. Everything's gonna be okay. Yeah, just fine. Okay, there we go there. Peel the backer off. All the way around. Fold your score tape. Make sure your adhesive's on top of the panel and not anywhere else. And then all we're going to have to do is we'll just slide this in and line it up on the window side. We'll just line it up like that. See, I'm just reaching in. The box is so big. You can actually just put it legitimately wherever you need to. So I'm just going to make sure I'm over the opening and then just lay it down and then press the score tape. You can literally just do that. And then look, looks really nice. Other than my window's dirty. See, I just made sure to press all the score tape down. And then look, window. All right, catastrophe averted. Boom, nice. Okay, now let's proceed. So let's put, can we go back? No, you can't do that. These two have to go on the top. So let's do... Alright, I guess let's just put adhesive on... Yeah, you have to put it on this. So let's put adhesive on these two. And then these two. Yeah, because that goes... So adhesive goes on the back. Adhesive... So adhesive on the back. Adhesive on the back. And then boom, closed. We'll just do that. It'll be fine. Yeah. Adhesive on the back. Adhesive on the back. Adhesive on the back. Yeah, let's do that. So these two get adhesive here. So I'm just going to do... do I want to do score tape? Or... Yeah, let's do a piece of score tape. And then flip it over, and then on this other one that's not the square. You want to leave one square that's going to be the bottom that covers everything with no adhesive on it is what it is. And make sure these tapered panels have adhesive on them. And one square. So one square panel gets adhesive, and the two tapered ones get adhesive. So let's go ahead and this one... This one gets it. But actually, let's put the square panel first. Let's put this square panel first. And that way the floor is all the same on the inside. So we're going to push this panel all the way in. Then let's, hey, that'll go in like that. Then this will go in. And then then this goes next. Those are in. Then this one. And then this one with no adhesive is going to fold over. And then what you want to do is you want to square it up on the table. And once it looks nice to you, what you're going to do is put your bone folder on the inside and burnish the floor. You can fold your little flaps out if you need to make it easier. But you want to burnish the floor really good in this after you test and make sure that everybody's happy and square. And then look, what? How cute is that? So these two little handle ones fold in, and then these fold over. And oh my gosh, right? That is adorable, right? Look at the little Santies. They're so cute. Okay, so now we get to embellish the front. But actually, let's go ahead and make the little frame. Make the frame for the back. We're going to make this little guy for the back. So what you need is, out of this set here, you need this scallop die, the largest scallop die, and this frame die. So you're going to pick a pattern of paper for the back panel, which is the piece you see back there. And then what you want to do is, and you're going to use this to cut the back panel out. And yeah, see, that's the paper I used, is that one. And probably some pretty stiff cardstock you'll want to use. Or you'll want to do a couple layers that can stack together. And so I was kind of thinking, what if the frame was this? If we did that. And then if we did the red glitter or gold, did a gold frame. We could actually do a gold frame. And this pattern on the back of the Santa Clauses. I think that would be super cute. So let's do this. So I'm going to, and since we have it, I'll cut this out twice to really stiffen it up for my back layer. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stack these together. And I'm going to cut a layer out in gold. I think I should do gold. So let's see. Do I have any? Oh, right here. I've got gold right here. Ooh, gold or glitter? Ooh, gold or glitter? No, let's do gold. So a top frame out in gold. And then what we want to do is, then you need several pieces of chipboard or foam. You can use either. I'm going to use or you can use super thick cardstock as well. I'm going to use 350 GSM cardstock. And I'm pretty sure that's what this is 350. Whoa. 350 GSM. Let me just double check. 130 pound cover, 350 GSM cardstock. And I'm going to cut 4 layers out of this stuff. So 4 pieces of this in the frame with the frame. So I'm going to do like this. Cut this out 4 times. Actually, we should tape that together. Let's tape the frame together really quick. I'm going to tape it in such a way that I can just keep making mirror images. Perfect image, or perfect replicas. Exact replicas. That's what I'm trying to say. Exact replicas of this. And actually, since I have one here, and I'm going to cut this sheet down into 4, I'll probably actually have 5 frames, 5 white frames, and I'm going to do 1 in Anna Griffin's matte gold. And then I'm going to take this layering die out and cut just the scallop square in and do 2 of these so I can stack them on top of each other. And then the back will be Santa Clauses. And that way this will be nice and stiff as well. And as soon as I get that cut, I'll be right back. Okay, so then the next thing you need is, after you get all that cut out, all of that cut out, you need a piece of acetate for your shaker window. So you just need this die right here, just like the layering ones back here. we're going to pop this. This is just a piece of copy paper, scratch paper, to keep my acetate window nice. And I just cut out a little piece of acetate to fit under the die. And I'm going to run this through my machine. I'll be right back. Okay, you want to make sure to leave the shim in under your mat. And then sometimes you do have to kind of pop it out of the frame. It doesn't just fall off. But there it is there. So that's all we need for that. And now what we need is we need some shaker bits. So let's we just need to get some shaker bits, but let's glue these two pieces here together so they have strength. I could have actually cut a white another white piece of that cover stock, but I thought it'd be fun to have the little Santa Clauses on the back. And then we're also going to need a magnet. A couple of pieces of magnet. Okay, so those two are glued together, and now what you want to do is you want to glue all these frames together, just the white ones, just whatever your layering ones. And when they come out, don't worry if they have a little schmutzy because of the tape. It's totally fine. You just want to glue all of these layers together. Like so. You want to glue them all together so they stack up. And this just gives you the depth to be able to create the shaker window. So that way, and you could do this with foam. You could do it with all kinds of stuff. It's just a lot quicker if you use cardstock and art glitter glue for this to adhere together. That's why foam a lot of times, even when you use adhesive on it, takes a minute. It takes a little bit. Because it's a non-porous, basically, to non-porous, which it's a slick surface. Whereas this is porous to porous, and it just seems to glue really quick with the art glitter glue. You want to just make sure that you get all the space all the way around, that there's glue on every part all the way around. So that way none of your little glitter or shaker bits escape. Would be the only thing that I would advise, that just to make sure it has glue the whole way around the whole square. Or whatever it is that you're using to create your shaker with. Because you can use any frames for this. So if you don't have this die set and you're making the cookie box holder and you want to do this magnetic frame, get whatever layering dies you have out in your stash and just pick two that will give you a good frame depth to be able to put a window on. You know, that are so if you have scallop circle dies, you have square dies, rectangle dies, scalloped of any of those, you can use like the first one and use the one, skip one, and then use the next one. So like use the first and the third. I don't know if that's like too big or what that would be, but if you skip one in between the layers, that will give you enough space to give you a perfect frame for creating a shaker usually. Yeah, so use anything in your stash. Yeah, you don't. Well, you can't get this die, and so this is for if you didn't have it. If you didn't have this set either, you could still do it. All right, there we go. Make sure it's all nice and adhered and pressed down. And now what we're going to do is we're going to glue this to the base. The whole thing. The whole shebang. Okay. So just line this up with the base. Like so. Line it up, pop it on there, press it down. Make sure you burnish the whole top of the frame. Smash it down. And then I'm going to get a block and let that set and get some shaker bits. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've come up with the little shaker bits. And so now what you want to do is, so we're going to use the Sprinklets Merry and Bright collection. Like, aren't those fun little bits to put in there? Those will be so cute. And so now what you want to do is you want to put adhesive on the top of your frame. And I'm going to put 1/8" score tape. And I need to burnish that down really good so it sticks. Like so. And that way it'll keep all my little bits locked in. Oops. Like that. Burnish that in. Just make sure that's nice and adhered. So that way my little bits won't fall out. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and sprinkle your little bits in. And you don't want too many, because you don't want to cover up your fun pattern in the back. That looks pretty good. It's hard to tell sometimes, like how many bits you need. I think I'm going to go with that. And if it's a little light, it'll be all right. Okay, and then this is where you're going to put your acetate window on. So make sure your window's clean. Got all the schmutz off of it. Pull your backer tapes off. And now you can put glue on top of this, or you could just leave it. It totally is up to you. I think I'm going to put, try not to touch the adhesive either as you're doing it, because otherwise if your finger gets on it and you pull it off, it like flicks the bits out, especially glitter or something. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to, on the edge of these scallops, since my whole, this whole panel will cover that whole thing, on the edge of the scallops, I'm going to put, some glue. And that's to ensure, hopefully, that this whole thing will stay together. And I don't want to put it on top of the score tape, because I want my panel to stick right now, and I don't want it to lift. So now what the goal is for this, after I make sure it's clean, use my clean part of my sweater to make sure my schmutzies are off. Okay, and now I'm just going to line this up and get it on here as straight as possible. And then press it into the score tape, and then hope the score tape holds the window down. Okay, and look how cute! Oh my gosh, is that not the most cutest thing ever? That is adorable. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, since this is acetate, we can put 1/8" score tape on the back of this frame. That's how you get your little shaker window. Isn't that the cutest thing? That is going to be darling on that Santa. And then by taping these all together, they should be identical. We'll have to figure out what goes to what side, though, first. And make sure we get lined up, because I'm sure that our little frame wasn't in there symmetrical. So we'll line it all up here to make sure we're on point. Oh yeah, look how cute. That is adorable. I think we're good right there. I went to press the window, it wasn't there. Oh wait, let's stay in the same orientation. I think it was like this. Hopefully. Oh yeah, it was. Oh, right. Oh my heavens, that's adorable. I love those stripes. Those are so fun. Oh my, come on, that is... Oh yeah, that is crazy cute, right? That is pretty adorable. And now let's see what it looks like on the back of our little cookie box here. Like, isn't that going to be the cutest thing ever? That is pretty darling. Oh my heavens. That is cute. Okay, so now that we have that, let's, what we need is we actually need a magnetic sheet. Oh, and we need the little frame. So where I got the little frame from was I got it out of the Book Nook class, and it was the window, this little window rectangle was what I used to go there. And so I cut mine out in white, and then I did red glitter. So I think what I'm going to do though is I'm going to do this in white and then do a little bit bigger gold frame on this one. So let me cut this out in this. And that is going to be ideal. I said just a little scrap piece of chipboard. I'm going to cut out in this, and then I'm going to cut another frame out in gold. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got that little piece cut out, and I was going to cut a piece out in matte gold, but I think this glitter, look, is going to be way more fun. So I'm just going to try to cut an even border all the way around to give me a nice frame. And I think that is going to be just fine. Maybe that is a little tall. Here, let's see what that looks like. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, come on. That is cute. That is pretty cute like that. Oh, my heavens. Okay, so let's put these two together. We're going to use adhesive. What do we have, quarter? Let's use a score tape. Like this. I love that stripe with those shaker bits in there. That is so cute. With the sandies. Put a little... like so. A little score tape on the back. A little glue. So they stay forever and ever. And then we're just going to line this up. We're going to do like this. Oh, here. And we're just going to line this up in the center. Like, right? Come on, that's pretty cute. Oh my gosh, I love that. That is adorable, right? That is a pretty cute little picture frame. So now you just need to get some magnetic sheet. Let me go grab that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have this piece of magnetic sheet. And this is one of the thicker ones. I just buy it off of Amazon, and it already has adhesive on the back of it. And if you just type magnetic adhesive sheets and get the thickest one you can find, that's probably going to be the best. And that's basically how I do it, is like that. And so basically what I'm going to do is, this was the layering frame we cut our frames. This was the layering die we cut our frames out with. And so I'm just going to cut two pieces the same size as this die here. And I think I can just do it like this. And I'm thinking, honestly, I can get both of them right off this side. There's one. Oh yeah, I can. And then what I'm going to do is, oh, let's go to the nicer side. That one has like a jinky spot. There. right? That looks pretty good. So I got 2 of those. And these are, yeah, these are great. They like it better this way. So you just want to make sure when you're doing it, which way is going to lay the nicest, because one way likes to repel and push it off, and then it'll always be crooked, and one way they'll actually sit together like super nice. And these are strong, which this is how I'm gonna do it, is just like this, which I'm pretty sure is gonna be, yeah, see, it's gonna be like that. So let's go ahead and pop this on the back and just like try to make it as nice as possible on the back. I'm just lining it up where it naturally wants to live. And I'm going to do the same with this guy. Just peel it. They're still magnetized together, but let's make sure where we want to be. So this is the front. We got our little window. I think I'm just going to go all the way on the back. One side on the back and one on the front. And go like so. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to open this up and I'm going to burnish it from the inside. Like just press it and then pop one layer, pop this off, and then put it on the table and burnish with my bone folder. You want to firm, but don't like punch through your paper either. And there you go. Right? Is that not the cutest thing ever? Oh my gosh. And this bugger like sticks. That is on there. And then how fun is that? Oh my goodness. So you can put rub-on transfers or whatever you want on there. And then you got the most adorable little shaker frame. You put your picture there, and like how cute is that, right? That is pretty fun, right? We should embellish it a little bit more. Let's see. This is Kitschy Christmas. So let's grab the little embellishments out of that kit and see what we can find. Let's see, we got these little guys we can use. And we can even pop on a little sentiment if we want to on that little guy. We can snatch out, actually we should snatch out 2025 out of the kit. The kindness kit out of Create has 2025 in it. Now, for those of you doing this project without this kit, you can always stamp it. You could do your stamps if you want, and we could pop that on there, right? Is that so cute? Okay, so let's grab some cute little embellishments out of this. Like, oh my heavens. We could actually do a little stocking like that. You don't see the, we do maybe this way in there, like it's hanging from the top up there. Let's see what else there is. Oh, we can do the little Santa. If it was a family photo with Santa, right? Oh my goodness, that'd be cute. We could do the little bells. Let's see. There's snowflakes. Oh, there's this candy cane one. Can we do that finally? I've been wanting to use that and then pop that on there. Oh, can we finally use this? No. I don't think it's quite. I don't think it's quite. It's cute. That is cute. It's cute. We could put a bow on that. We could do it just like that. And we could pop a little bow on that, and we could call that. That is pretty cute. That is pretty cute with the little candy canes. And it fits on there. And it goes with the box. Let's see what else there is. Well, there's this big candy cane. We could do this one instead and do the 2025 on top of that if we wanted to go candy cane. No, that sticks quite a ways off the box. No. This definitely goes in the right direction that we're wanting to. And I could put a bow there. Let me just see what else there is. Oh my heavens, yeah, all these little Christmas trees. These little Christmas trees. How cute is that? Oh my heavens, it's adorable. Yeah, and we can actually pop this up on a foam square. You know, we could do something like, we could definitely do something like that. What if we do that? That is pretty cute right there. Is Abel? I think the candy canes really amp this up with the kitschy Christmas vibe. That is pretty cute. That or the stocking. That stocking was pretty cute. Oh, what about this? We could do a couple of ornaments now. I think I'm really feeling the those bells. I think those are so cute. Okay, let's do the bells. Let's do the bells in this little Christmas tree here. We can do something like that. Ish. Okay, and we can pop this up. We can pop this up here. Gotta leave room for the photo, so let's push this out like that. And let's grab a couple of pop dots. And the reason for putting the dimensionals on is so that way we can slide the photo in there. Like if we already had the photo, we wouldn't have to do that. But we could just glue this on, but we don't. So we're going to go ahead and give it some dimension. Oh my heavens, how adorable is that? That is so cute. Wait, here and here. Yeah, that magnet really, like, right? That is pretty cute. And then we can have our little, or 2025 like that. Come on. We could do that. You go there. You go here. Well, we want to leave it, like, we don't want it to cover up the picture. Go there. You could go there. I wonder if we're just kind of wishful thinking with that 2025. What if we go there? That's pretty, oh, but we're covering up our little, maybe we just go here. That's pretty cute there. That's pretty cute. And then I think we're just going to leave that. I think that this works. Okay, so let me put a couple of, maybe here and there. I'll just put a couple of these on. And try to, like, put it over here a little. So maybe there. And try to keep it off the corner there. Like that. Right? That is so cute. Okay, and now we just want to decorate up the front there. So that's our little picture frame. Yeah. Oh, it's quite large on that side, isn't it? I wonder if I can move it down a tad. You can't really, cause well, I guess we could do it like that. And it's not so big. But it is super cute, right? That is adorable. Oh my gosh, I think that is darling. And then you have all the shaker bits in there. It's so cute, so kitschy. Okay, now focus. Let's get this going here. Can we do the oh my goodness, we could do the little stocking. That is so cute. Okay, let's see. Some little, a stocking with the little holly. We could do like that. Like, how cute is that? Let's do that. We could just pop a little wreath on there. Well, but then what was the point of cutting the window out? We want to see the little stripes and the cookies in there. No. I'm thinking let's just do this one with the little holly on there. I wasn't sure if that was going to be... love the stocking. Oh, is that not? That must not be. That's okay. I got these dimensionals. Boom, boom. That'll be just fine. We'll do just like so. So cute. So is this a sticker? Nope. So okay. I'll just double stack it. It'll be just fine. Can we do it like that? That little stocking is so cute. Okay, and then we can do a little... do this little bell. Oh, and let's do the little bell. The little bell is so cute. We'll tie our little ribbon on. Right? How cute is that? You can like basically put anything on this from this kit and it would just be absolutely adorable. And then put some rub-ons on there and like then you have a dual gift. Isn't that just great? That is pretty stinking cute. And now you can just tie, then we can just tie our little ribbon right there and that'd be adorable. And then I wonder if we need one for the other side. Here, let's get our little bow maker out. And we'll just tie a regular little one. So we're going to go around these two. And these two from the center, you're going to go over two. And wrap around. And then two from the center, over two. And then you can do a double. So if you do another one. And then another one. And then what I do is I just put that over there to measure the same length. Cut it off here. And then you're just going to push it in like this. Through the hole. Come up through the center again. And then tie this. And then like this. And look at that. It's a little crinkle ribbon bow. How cute. Let's see. Maybe too crinkly. Maybe that's a little too crinkly. Let's see what it looks like on this. Because I was wondering if we wanted one here. Is that too messy? Oh, that's probably too messy. Maybe this isn't the right stuff. Okay, hold on. Okay, there we go. I just tied a little bow with some chiffon ribbon. Some stuff I got off of Amazon. It's like, I think maybe half inch or 5/8. And so there we go. And I didn't think it merited anything on here. And then that's the little window there. And isn't that so cute? You can see the little lined paper in there. And all the little Santies on there. And like totally awesome that it's an integrated little bonus, Christmas present. Isn't that so fun? I think this is just a fun way to do something nice for somebody, a friend, family, sibling, teachers. I think it's just a hoot. And you could put you could put pictures from Santa. You could put just all kinds of fun different pictures in there, and you don't even have to use obviously this paper. You can use any paper, and this could be for any time of year. It doesn't have to be just for Christmas. You could do birthdays or anniversaries or whatnot, and put something else besides cookies in this. Even though it is a cookie box, you can put anything in the box, and you don't have to do the window if you don't want to. So I just think it is so fun, and it is such a cute little box. And yeah, this was just a super fun project, and I love the fact that it's dual purpose and you get a little keepsake as well. So they can snarf down all the cookies and keep the picture frame, toss the box. It'd be great. Well, there it is. That's the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed crafting with me, and you give this a try. And until next time, happy crafting, everyone. Bye bye.